That's kind of interesting. This is from the 33rd team. Those are former NFL personnel executives and front office types. These are current NFL players' chances of making the NFL. There's locks, likely, and potential Hall of Famers. Joel Bitonio and Myles Garrett are listed as potential Hall of Famers on this list. And again, probably just have to keep doing what they're doing for the next couple of years. I would also add Nick Chubb to this list. Derrick Henry has 2,000 more career rushing yards than Chubb and is listed as a likely Hall of Famer, which means, and he's played 2 more years than Chubb, which means Chubb needs to have a couple more typical Nick Chubb years, and then he will likely fall into the likely Hall of Famer category. It goes into longevity with all of them. But I think, as long as Myles Garrett has another 2-3 years like he's had, and I think he's probably good for even more than that. Same with Joel Bitonio. I think they probably are on track to make it to Canton in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I mean, you look at Myles Garrett last year, 16 sacks. The year before, 2021, 16 sacks. Right now in his career, he's got 74.5 sacks. He's already Browns leader in all-time sacks. I think in his career, he's going to have well over 100 sacks. He'll be in the Hall of Fame as he should be. I mean, he's talent-wise one of the most talented pass rushers in the NFL. You could make the argument the best pass rusher in the NFL. And Joel Bitonio. I mean, Joel Bitonio is consistently a Pro Bowler every year. He's been an All-Pro. Kind of reminds me of when the Browns drafted Joe Thomas. When they drafted Joe Thomas, they had a Hall of Fame left tackle, and now they might have a Hall of Fame left guard, which it's just remarkable to be able to do that. But then you bring up Nick Chubb. Yeah, I agree. I think Nick Chubb needs another 2 years like that, and it gets tough because obviously you get older with age. But the thing going in Nick Chubb's favor, you had Kareem Hunt these last 2 years to take not half the touches away, but probably about 25% of those touches that Nick Chubb would have gotten and carries away, which has preserved Nick Chubb's body. So I think he could have another 2 years like that, maybe even 3, and maybe he pulls an Adrian Peterson. I mean, there are not many Adrian Petersons, but maybe Nick Chubb does that and is able to prolong his career and play till he's 33, 34 years old, and then obviously solidify himself as a Hall of Famer. But Myles Garrett for sure, I think will be a Hall of Famer. Joel Bitonio. And I think there's a good chance Nick Chubb could be as well.
Yeah, and playing in more of a spread-out offense could even help prolong his career, like you were talking about as well, with them throwing the ball with Deshaun Watson.